Welcome, class. This is AGB132 Agribusiness, and I'll be your instructor, Ray Gless. And by now that you should be able to get used to the Canvas system. A little bit about myself. I'm originally from Rootstown, Ohio, and of course in Northeast Ohio, and of course that's known for the Goodyear Blimp, Cleveland Indians and Browns, and the Golden Flash, Kent State Golden Flashes, and Akron Zips. I live in that. I still own a farm in that area there. Of course, even though I'm from Ohio, I'm still Notre Dame football fan, just so you know. And then I'm a huge fan of Doctor Who, for those people who may know about Doctor Who. I travel quite a bit in my profession. Usually now I've kind of relate to about 3 areas that I do travel. I travel back to Ohio to my family farm, which I own with my brother and sister, where we have a rotation of corn and soybeans, along with some wildlife reserve as well. I do fly back to the University of Maryland in Maryland and to Washington, D.C. at times because I do still work for them on special projects. Also, I fly to Florida, where my other part of my family now lives, in Lauderdale, where they go scuba diving all the time now. So those are my areas in which I travel quite a bit right this time. Of course, my favorite places are the beach, and that's why I showed that. That truly is my favorite point. In Florida, beaches is my favorite. If you look at the online, this is an online class, e-learning, some people call it, but this class is a blending of non-traditional education with traditional learning. And what we mean by that, this course is set up this way, the course timeline is set this way, where we build modules for each section that we'll cover. And in that module, there's learning activities that you do. Each Wednesday at 12:01 a.m., it opens up and starts a new week for that module. And then usually you have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Those will be your work days in which you can, whatever time you want to work that. The key point you need to remember is the due date and time is Tuesdays at 11 p.m. That's when, if you have an assignment for that module, it usually will, and if you look at your calendar, you'll be able to see that. But Tuesday at 11 p.m. is the deadline for all items submitted that needs to be submitted, or quizzes or exams that need to be done. We have a non-traditional and traditional calendar for both types of students here. The traditional calendar, of course, like I told you, we have a start, end, due, and close dates that will keep students on track. So those who need a traditional calendar, those are items that weekly by weekly, so that you can pace yourself and you know these are things you have to have done at the appointed time. The non-traditional calendar starts about after the 5th week, and if you look at the calendar that you can print out and look at, after the 5th week, all those modules will be open to you as long as you follow the chain of completing each module. You can go to the module at your own pace, so you can work ahead if you wish, or if maybe you plan to be out of town or something of that nature, you can work ahead and get ahead. Okay. The only thing that we still have windows that we kind of hold on to or confine to is your midterm and your final exams. They'll have set time periods. So see your calendar, and you look at your calendar, they will be right there for you. You want to make sure you don't miss those opportunities. Looking at the calendar, and the calendar you can print off or look at anytime you want to help you keep track of things. Basically, on the left column, you'll see the actual dates that will be assigned. The second column there are the weeks, the week numbers that we're in. And then the third column, you have the actual dates. As I told you, Tuesdays are usually due dates. Wednesdays are start of the new module week. And then you have the modules listed there. You notice that the modules have a numbering system at the beginning for which we relate to the 4th week, so you kind of help you kind of look at those things. It tells you the name of the module and also tell you the unit that it covers. And then you have the due dates And like we said before, the due dates will always be on Tuesday. 11 p.m. is the deadline time. Then if you look at the far side, traditional, and you look at, there's two columns there. The first column is traditional, which we have, and then you look at the non-traditional. It starts being a little color, darker color green there, and you look at that and notice after the 5th week, that's where you can tell when it opens up to you. Okay, and that's pretty much how you look at the calendar. Make sure you use that calendar to follow where you're at so you don't have any problems. That calendar is set forth so that you can plan your activities to make sure you don't miss anything. In the attendance, basically, if you miss more than 3 modules or you fail to turn in 3 consecutive assignments, you may be withdrawn from the class with or without notice. You need to kind of stay on top of that so that you're always on top, making sure you're staying, if anything, ahead, not behind. And remember, of course, you see this little red flag there at the left hand on all the slides. Make sure you look and read the syllabus too. People with grades want to know how this class is set up for grades. Well, basically what I've started with, and it's been very successful, is called checklist. The checklist is really your roadmap to success. And in every module, there's a checklist that you will open up and that you will be able to follow, check off. And at the end, you'll, in almost all the modules, that checklist what points to you by turning it in. If you understand, the module is a step-by-step, the checklist in each module is a step-by-step information for you, what is needed in that module, and it'll guide you through what activities you need to have done and completed. Sometimes there may be questions on there that you have to answer, sometimes not, or maybe all you have to do is just check the box saying that it's done. This checklist is used for yourself, for your student, and for the instructor. It's a verification contract, which basically means that I'm telling you ahead what needs to be done. Once you check that box off, you're telling me, yes, I understand, I've done it, and you turn it in for points. That's kind of our communication, saying that I understand, that's what I expected, and I will get it done, or I have done it. Okay. Within each module, you'll get the checklist, and within that module, you could have quizzes or assignments that relate to it. You could have projects, in which you have projects throughout this part of this class, in which most of your projects are at the end after the midterm's over. And if you look at the calendar, you'll see how those projects are set up. Then you have the exams there as well, and the exams are the midterm and the final exams. And is in your Canvas. When you open up your Canvas, you'll be able to see these modules are set up for you to do that. Keep in mind, in online learning, you want to make sure you understand that some people are a problem solver or a problem creator. Understand that in online you really need to be a problem solver, because a lot of times that if you prepare yourself, set your foundation, make sure you learn how the Canvas system works, how to submit your assignments, what is expected. That's what you need to do, and the checklist helps you do that. So understand that you need to be a problem solver. If you have a problem with your computer or something, you need to make sure you call the help desk, or you need to take care of that. Okay, and if the problems arise, you need to solve them as soon as you can, and don't wait to the very end to try to solve those problems. Make sure you read your syllabus. Make sure you view your calendar so you know exactly where you're at. Okay, so that's the introduction and the welcome. We'll see you in a little bit. Okay, thanks.